Man's titty twerking, yeah? Man's doing some titty twerking.
Man's gonna be trapped his chick. You saw the chick I drawed over there. You missed it. You man saw. You lot were witnesses. The pink.
You can't just go to court and say certain things and not have a witness or a jury or, you know what I mean?
Young things.
We do
Man
things
said it was young things.
spiritually according to what the Bible says. What is done in earth is done in heaven, right?
All I'm saying.
Yeah, where you going run to, man?
You don't want to really have the reason.
Stand there, brother! No, what I'm saying is,
Content over everything.
that what is done in heaven shall be done on earth. So what them saying is there's court systems. Understand? In court, you got witnesses, you got juries, and certain times I've been coming out here. A couple of my brothers are like, "Where's your witness?" Like, I need a witness means that someone.
A witness, fam.
The one that says that's right? I mean, the one that
Yeah, that's right. Them guys there that will tell me what I'm saying is
So
right.
you need that, yeah?
I need that.
No,
Without that, it's no grounds. It's like I'm just talking dogma.
You need someone- you
I'm
need
talking out my
someone-
mouth.
Someone to tell you. Someone to tell you.
And the Bible proves
You need another man's understanding
Understanding.
for your way, for your pathway
Not me.
to salvation. Yeah, you.
Not me.
You.
Not me. No, the Israelites. I'm talking about the Bible, right? And remember, he's talking about why the Bible's so old, isn't it?
He was asking
He said, where is
language?
right now?
Where is the Bible?
I ain't even said that. I ask questions, bro. And
There's
then-
questions.
Where is
Where is the oldest Bible?
The same questions you can ask Google, right?
Yeah, you can.
Where is the Bible? Google lies.
So look, like
Where
right
is the
now,
oldest
we'll be
Bible?
asking questions and we'll be going to Google.
No, but what I'm saying is,
No, this is old news,
I'm
fam.
asking you the question.
Maku.
Hey, please, don't even start this. This ain't going to be a serious breakdown.
Not just that. Hold on. You see your King James Bible? Where's the book of what's Enoch in there?
Enoch's written in the Bible, man.
No. Where's the book of Enoch?
The book of
Because in
Enoch.
Ethiopia,
Because Enoch is the book about the book of Enoch. It's not a real book.
no.
The book that's about today about Enoch.
Septuagint in Bible.
It's a book about the book. It says it even at on the title. This book is about the book.
Bro, let me show you something.
Any book of Enoch you got today is a lie.
If I can get 1 minute to speak to you, brother, yeah? The oldest Bible in the world, yeah? Bare chicks are gonna have a little ring. Yo, don't get yourself in fit there again.
go.
800, fam, the oldest Bible in the world, yeah, is 800 years older than the King James Version that many people use today, yeah, and it has the most books, yeah, it has the Book of Enoch, yeah, it has the Queen of Sheba, it has the Maccabees, yeah, it has the Apocrypha, yeah, it has the Lost Wisdom of Solomon and all of that. You know what I'm saying, fam? And that is the complete Bible. In the Bible, you know, I've read the Bible from start to finish, my brother, yeah? When I was in yard, yeah? And I know when I read the Bible, there's certain times where the story doesn't finish, yeah? It tells you about something.
It goes into it.
Yeah, but then
like the Book of Enoch.
Then it cuts.
Yeah.
And you don't get the rest of the story.
Yeah, of course.
It's in these apocryphas, my brother. I'm telling you humbly, not even on no ego thing. Fuck the camera. On a sincere one. If you research this, bruv, you're gonna find all of the hidden dots.
Is it like the
that link
Testament
up,
of
bro.
Mary or some shit like that or something?
Yeah, Testament Mary.
Yeah, so
And
like
the
I'm gonna say to you,
Gospel
the
of Mary.
Maccabees, they had a revolt, right? The Maccabean revolt.
But why ain't it in your Bible? That's the question. Sorry.
The Maccabeans,
Yo, come closer,
the Maccabeans, they're the
Come
Shakari.
closer. You get your gym. Your rest. Come closer for the
Yeah, the Maccabeans.
Edification, man, come on.
The Maccabeans, they had a revolt, right? And in the revolt, there's the feast of dedication.
Someone lost the bag. Who lost the microphone?
The feast of dedications, right? The feast of dedications means when we took over the temple, and we, you know what I mean? We got the temple, we got back the
You have a
temple,
bag, yeah,
and then
right.
we lit incense,
Bag.
and we lit the 7 candles,
Stop lying,
stuff
man.
like that. That's mentioned
yourself,
in
bro.
the Apocrypha.
You might find some money in there.
That's mentioned in the Apocrypha with the Maccabees, you understand? But some people won't care about the Maccabees because they're hidden books. But then, so-called Jesus Christ, he had the feast of dedication.
So you want to keep it?
This country at one point.
Let me give it to him. Some money from
So for the European to make it illegal, we
Man, them nearly finesse soccer still.
why have they
People
made this
nearly
thing
got
illegal?
socked.
You understand? Why?
Well, it's the oldest Bible in
why
Greek.
when
Why you
Constantine
writing
is doing
King
their
James
thing?
Bible?
Why did they leave out this and that? The reason why they left out this and that, brother, is because a lot of it leads back to us. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what I'm going to explain to you, and I know that because you got the Judah, the lion there. It leads always back to the Israelites because you got to understand. They'll say to you, "You're not an Israelite. How do you know you're an Israelite?" But then we look at the curses in the Bible, and they're going to match up to us. Like if we don't listen to God, if you don't hear, you're going to what? Feel. And only we know that. You go tell them that if you don't hear, you're going to what? You don't understand it, fam. You understand? Because he don't know what it means to not hear and feel it and feel for that. They've just gonna been riding over us all our life, taking out our books. You know what I mean? Hiding shit from us. Because when we start learning that, in the Maccabees, we done a lot of things where we started listening. We started listening like, what? Like, look at our people, fam. Our people are going in gymnasiums and then learning the white man's ways.
But this is what I'm
or
saying.
the so-called
That's
white
what I'm
man's
saying.
ways.
That if we got this King James Version Bible and we haven't at least studied the rest,
Yeah.
I'm not saying even accepted, yeah. But I'm saying if we haven't at least studied the rest, we're not at full, we're not at full capacity. You know what I'm saying, fam?
Yo, remember.
So a lot of the things, so what I'm telling you, because a lot of the reasons we was having in the beginning, and you know about the Ark of the Covenant and that, is only because you ain't looked into them things there yet. Like if you read the thing from like the fullness of the chemicals, the books that they've. No, I'm saying no, not Kemet.
No, the Ethiopian things, the Rastafarian things. Because that's why I brought it out to you at the beginning. The first Rasta man was Leonard P. Howard. 100%. I wouldn't have known that if I didn't look into why I'm going to be a Rastafarian. Right? You have to know why. Like, where did that start from? You understand? So now I noticed, wow, he's mentioning things that is not mentioned with scripture.
No,
you understand?
But bro, he's dealing with the fullness of the Bible. Remember, His Imperial Majesty was the first one to canonize the Ethiopian Orthodox Bible. You understand? That's why when they say that he broke the 7 seals, this is how Rasta took it. When they say King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and he'll open the 7 seals, and then His Imperial Majesties allowed us now to access this oldest Bible in the world, you understand, and the information therein. And the Rasta man them are looking in the thing, and then they're seeing Solomon and they're saying, 1 minute, how do you man worship a white God and a white king, you know, fam?
But remember this though, yeah? We was brought onto a heathen nation and we was taken away from our language. Understand? So when you're saying that the oldest Bible, we was in West Africa, the Israelites, and then our things went into the East Africa. Wait, so was the West Africans, was we speaking Aramaic? No, but hear what I'm trying to say, bro. Was the West Africans speaking Aramaic? Was we speaking Geese? This is where I'm like,
this is
you know what I mean?
This is where the break in the Bible.
So when you're saying the 7 seals now, if anything, King James, he translated it from Latin, from the Geese, from the Aramaic, from the Paleo, you understand? And said, yo, I've got 48 scholars, Hebrew scholars as well. They know Geese. They know they're good at translations. You know what I mean? So they've translated it all.
But why did they leave out all of the books that send us back to Africa? Why did they leave out all of the books that deal with the spiritual, economic systems that the Hebrews had? Why the Jews are in a high? Why were all of these books left out?
The books, yeah. Many books are weariness of the flesh. We didn't need to read all the books. The conclusion of the whole matter is to fear God.
But why does King... Listen, if there's already the oldest one... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the oldest one's already in Ethiopia, yeah, why is King James allowed to decide what you should and what you should not read? It doesn't make any sense.
We're just dealing with it lightly. We're just going into the light things. I want to go... We can go into this heavier. Next week and stuff and that. Yeah, we can do more things and that. But bro, because it's all love, you know. Us coming together and coming out and coming out and in learning about our history, you know? Because it says in Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 7, remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. So I need to remember when they stole our languages away and when we spoke other languages and what our prophets most probably wrote in those languages. You understand? So we need to learn those languages. Even within Selassie say it, you have to learn Aramaic, you have to learn Arabic, you have to learn Hebrew, 100%, to know about what the prophets wrote, right?
100%. That's why I've read
even
all
Greek.
3. I've read the Torah, the Injil, and the Quran.
But like I'm gonna explain, the Torah was written to you first in Paleo. This is the facts. It's not written in Aramaic.
No, I'm not.
It weren't written
I'm not saying that the oldest Torah was in Paleo, but I'm saying the oldest Bible that we know, like the full Bible with the Torah and the Injil, the oldest one, illustrated as well. And that's a big point to make, bro. Because
what I'm gonna say,
fam, how do we know?
Hebrew,
how do we know these people that they're talking about in the Bible had who? Because the oldest illustrated Bible shows them like that.
if you go to Mason's Lodge today,
Remember.
Hebrew's written there, like how I'm saying in the Paleo. You know how you got the Ya and the Ha and the Za and the Ka and the Ha. and the za and the tha. Them letters, they're all, and I can read that, bro. You understand? But it's now we're gonna see in Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 11. For with a stammering tongue and another lips, he shall speak to his people. So even if we have the King James of today, it's like when we translate it, or not translate it, when we depict it and look and see, yo, is that the same way it's written, or translated is the best word, translated in the Aramaic or in the Geese, is it the same way?
That's what we have to
You know what I mean? That's what we have to do. Because we know that this language was given to us by the oppressor. You understand?
So not the Aramaic and the keys.
The Aramaic and the Geese, whoever it is, because like I said, Aramaic was the same thing as English. In history, it was a common language. This is why we have to study the stories, because as I say, in the Bible, in the Torah, the last time you see the Ark of the Covenant, even after Jeremiah hides it, is Solomon. That's the last time. But we don't hear about it again. It's just the rest of the Old Testament goes, there's nothing more about it. When we go to the Kebra Nagas now, you understand, it tells us the story, bro. But who wrote the Kebra Nagas, bro?
It's one of the books that is in the original.
Because I've
Bible,
got a Kebra Nagas written by Will H. something, and that Kebra Nagas was written by Will or something.
Where obviously there's a translation. There's a translation.
There's a translated one
from the Aramaic.
From the Aramaic.
So I can't fully vouch for the translation.
I've got the translation one.
What I can say is the core ethos,
and you've
be in there.
read that in that language. You speak that language.
No, I've read it in I've read the Kebra Nagas. I know
in Aramaic,
in English, because I know the same way.
So
1 minute, bro. The same way you can read your King James Bible in English,
with a stammering tongue, with another lips,
and you can still fully get the sense. Is what
in the King James Bible there are books, and them books are written by prophets. How it's got Jeremiah, Job, 100%. Ezekiel. There are prophets, right? That's what I'm saying.
Elijah, Elisha, Job. You know what I'm saying?
Who wrote
Daniel in the lion's den?
Prophet?
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
What prophet of Israel? What prophet of Israel? I love that, bro. You know the Israelites, man. So now, what prophet of Israel wrote the Kebra Nagas? Because there's no prophet called the Kebra Nagas. There's no prophet called that.
Well, obviously, this is where I'd have to say that I know that because I read the Kebra Nagas about 2-3 years ago. So the core knowledge of it, for me, like the core knowledge of it was where this Ark of Covenant went, what Sheba's son done, you understand? Because Solomon got with Sheba, which had a powerful nation in Ethiopia, and it tells us that Menelik come and he took it back home. So
I hear what it says. I hear what they say, But remember, Israel, Ethiopia, Solomon, Makeda, the Kebra Nagas says they slept together. Does the Bible say this? Bro, you're thinking.
No, I think.
But I can show you.
No, but I think if you ask any of the Bible scholars, I'm sure that even the church, they know about the Solomon and Queen of Sheba's link up. I'm like 99.9% sure.
What I'm trying to explain.
But what's not explained is what happened.
They linked up, and Sheba, it says in the Bible, was astounded by the knowledge of this guy, like how smart, and the knowledge, wisdom, knowledge.
But his main thing was wisdom,
knowledge.
That's why he wrote Proverbs, the book of wisdom.
Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, whatever word we want to use.
Knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
So she was like, wow, this is a very learned person, like, and he's a king. Wow, like, you know what I mean? So now Sheba was astounded. She was like, I want to learn what you know. You know what I mean? She even wanted his seed, fam. Did Solomon give her a seed? Is that written in the Bible? It's written in the
original Bible.
Remember,
the Bible that's 800 years older than the King James version.
But
they took it out. Why did they take it out?
Because in the Bible it says in Zephaniah.
Why did these Roman white men take it out? That's what I want to know.
But even this is in the Bible. It hasn't been taken out. It says in Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 12. The Ethiopians, they also shall be slain by my sword. So there,
and it also say princes will rise up out of Egypt and kings out of Ethiopia.
So
for different realms, you know what I'm saying?
It does say them things, but
remember even when we're dealing with
we are spread across the 4 corners of the earth. We were scattered among the sea.
This is what I want to know. Why did the Europeans who canonized the King James version take out every book that pointed back to Ethiopia? This is what I'm trying to work out, my brother. Every book like Enoch was the 7th descendant of Adam. He's the first one to walk with God, even before Elijah went up in the chariot of fire.
The book of Enoch is about the book of Enoch. It's not the book of Enoch, bro. I'm gonna keep saying it.
No.
The book of Enoch of today is a book about the book.
I can't tell you about the translated version.
It's not the
original one in the Bible. Yeah, is part of the brother.
The book of Enoch is about the book of Enoch.
No, but I'm saying,
and then you see now when we're looking at the other books like the Jubilees, the Jasher, the Ezra, second Ezra, third Ezra, fourth Ezra. There's Maccabees 1 and 2, 3 and 4.
Lost books.
You know, like, because 3 and 4 are not written in the Apocrypha. Ezra's 3 and 4 ain't written in the. Oh, sorry, 1 and 2 ain't written in the Apocrypha. 3 and 4 are written in the Apocrypha, and they're named 1 and 2. You understand? So what about them extra 2 books of Ezra? What about them extra 2 books of Maccabees? You understand? What about the rest of Esther that's written in the Apocrypha? Because there's just Esther in the Bible, right? A prophetess. Yeah. About
Esther and Naomi and Ruth are probably the 3 most prominent women in the Torah.
But there we go. So now,
They only like to teach about Delilah and Eve, innit?
Well, then there's Judith in the Apocrypha. There's Judith.
Yeah. I'm talking about in the King James.
But that's what I'm trying to say. If you're going to talk about they were mentioned in the Torah and in the Tanakh, in the Old Testament, why are they not mentioned in the other ones as well? There's women prophetesses as well.
Yeah,
you understand? Deborah's written in the Judges and them thing there, so she was a judge for Israel. So now we're seeing, okay, the Israelites, they love to say it, women, they need to hold their position. But men, we didn't hold our position in history, you understand? So then the women had to get involved. We don't want to shim off topic. You see, when you're saying why they're hidden books and it's got Ethiopia, I haven't seen it, fam. I've been reading Ezra. Second Ezra's. I've been reading first Ezra's.
You don't even know about
I've been reading the Maccabees, bro. I've got a Cephas at my house as well. And not a lot of the Israelites all read the Cephas.
Even the lost books of
So
Judas,
now
all
the
of them seem to
Cephas
have
now,
studied.
it doesn't have any Ethiopia. Let's give nice things to Ethiopia. Ethiopia, all they're gonna get, bro, is the judgment because they done some wickedness.
No, 144,000 careless Ethiopians shall feel the fire.
144,000
Ethiopians, they shall feel the fire.
And where's that written? In Revelations?
I think so.
Revelations chapter 7. Yeah, and going from verses 4 to verses 13, it says there are 12,000, and them 12,000 are from the tribe of Judah, and then there'll be 12,000 from the tribe of Benjamin, 12,000 from Levi, 12,000 from Gad, 12,000 from Zebulun, Manasseh, Ephraim, Reuben, Simeon, the 12. If I missed any out, Ephraim, Manasseh, Reuben. If I missed any out, Salakia, Israel. Yeah, but Dan is one of the 12 tribes.
Yeah.
Dan.
Gad.
No,
Like
no,
Gad and that.
yeah, Gad. But Dan is one of the 12 tribes. Dan gets cut off. That's prophecy. You understand? It's written in Genesis.
But what I'm trying to show you is, bro, you haven't read the oldest Bible, so you need to go back to that with the more books. You definitely need to study that at a minimum. I'm not saying take it as gospel, but once you study that, then you're going to get a better ethos of why Rastafari makes the moves that they make. Because when they read that, being the oldest illustrated Bible, they took it as the most authentic.
You see,
and that that became one of the main bases.
Romans chapter 2 and
of
14.
what they believe.
For when the Gentiles have the law, when the Gentiles that don't have the law do by things by nature, you know what I mean? The things contained in the law are a law unto themselves. So it's saying like you could be just you might not have the Bible, but because it's your bloodline, you're gonna start doing the things of your forefathers just naturally. Like
Ultra Funky.
Yeah, so like even the look, I don't know that guy, but even the looks, right?
No, but
we naturally done that, but that's a Nazarite oath. The Nazarites, they're not meant to drink from the vine. Yeah, not meant to drink from the vine.
Samson,
they keep a vow. Samson,
all of them.
Samson, Paul,
A lot of them.
Ezekiel,
Elijah was a Nazarite.
Elijah, Ezekiel. Yeah, there was many Nazarites, yeah? But even Paul was a Nazarite. He was a Benjamin.
Even John was meant to be a Nazarite as well.
So now, you keeping the locks, yeah? And you not eating anything unclean, you not drinking the vine. These things we're doing, and they're not, you tell these guys now, do you know why you got locks? they're doing it because they're a fashion dread.
Yeah, fashion. On rent dread.
But you can't do
Fire bun rent.
You can't do fashion
Red fire.
dread. You must know.
Lux for chopper.
But you need to know the roots.
Yeah.
Like we're saying, go back to the old books. Let's know the root of it, where it comes from.
100%.
So now I'm saying, yo, the root of Solomon. Is he gonna sleep with Sheba?
Yeah, he did.
But isn't going on to the other nations? Isn't that? Haven't you watched the film Get Out?
Huh? But remember,
You know what I mean? Like,
kings will come
it's
out
like you're
Ethiopia,
trying that Solomon,
blood.
get out!
But
Like.
princes will come out Ethiopia, blood.
So-
I think the prince is gonna come out
look,
Ethiopia.
see, what did Solomon do?
I think it's gonna happen.
What did
No,
Solomon
one
do?
minute, one minute.
Solomon transgressed the
Our
laws.
prince-
Didn't
one
he?
minute,
He slept
one
with
minute,
many
one minute.
nations, right?
Yeah,
He slept
yeah.
with other women, didn't it?
Bare women.
So
bro.
like bare dirty. Like,
I don't know about
Solomon ain't
dirty.
dirty, but
Come on,
he was like,
Man is a
don't
man,
call
you
it
get
that, but don't call him a.
They call him a woman.
Call him a
He's a king,
womanizer,
innit?
innit?
He's a king.
So look,
He's chopping
but
seeds.
look. In
He
the
plant
law,
seeds. I'm glad.
do the
I'm glad
autonomy,
they
do the
plant
autonomy.
the seeds them in the end.
You have to plant the seed.
Like for example,
Spread the seed. But
my
look,
father wasn't there for man. You get me? But man's glad he planted the seed. He planted seeds all over the place.
But look, you know,
and I used to be angry at him. But now I'm glad I'm here to reason.
bare
with you.
brothers and bare brothers
so
and them
I'm
thing there.
glad he planted the seeds.
bare
you get
brothers
me?
them, yeah.
Plant, you know?
But look,
It would have
it
been
says
good if we
that
linked us up.
Abraham,
That's the only
it
thing.
says Abraham's seed will be like the sands of the sea. Go spread forth and multiply.
100.
We don't do a battle white things. No. Only they want to do like gentrification and transgender and all them things. So let's just stay
One
real.
order.
Yeah. The world is given. Job 9 and
Father,
24.
mother, child, order, we are
For the
dealing.
world is given to the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Gaffer.
If not, where and who is he? He's covering up our faces. He's painting a white man on so-called Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai's face.
But bro, this is
So
so
now-
1 minute, bro. This is one of the main reasons. Because when I read the Bible, I was raised in the church. So when I was reading the Bible, every time I see the white angels, white this, white that,
Little babies with little nappies on.
I wondered if there was
with
any
some-
black
with
people
some
in heaven.
wings and
You
that.
get me? I used to wonder if there's any black. But then when I realized the oldest illustrated Bibles in Ethiopia, and then I started looking at that Bible, and that's what the first Rastas did. They started looking at the images.
Leonard P. Howard.
Yeah, Leonard P. Howard.
Yeah,
man,
that's the first
Yeah,
Rasta.
'cause he was a Garveyite. He was a part of Marcus Garvey's movement. And then Marcus
The
Garvey
Black
said,
Star
look to
Line.
the east.
He said,
and
look-
obviously he was studying the
look to-
Bible.
He said, look to east into Ghana.
He said,
he
look to
planted the black star on the Ghana's flag.
Yeah, but his speech said, look to the east because the king will be crowned and our salvation will be near. You understand?
That
and
is
then-
the whole movement of Marcus Garvey. Is Israel, the Israelite movement, not a Rastafarian movement. fam.
Yeah,
He says the 12 tribes.
Yeah,
movement,
100%,
you understand?
100%.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
No,
bro.
no, but
we can't.
obviously-
Where have we gone from dealing with Marcus Garvey's movement of the 12 tribes of Israel to dealing with 144,000 Ethiopians? The Bible talks about
we're not dealing with
12,000.
144,000 Ethiopians. 144 careless Ethiopians shall feel the fire. So the foolishness that you see from Ngitsu.
They shall feel a fire.
No.
They're gonna
shall
be
burn.
burnt up then.
They shall burn.
They're gonna get burned up.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
gonna get
okay,
burned. That's
okay,
what we are
okay,
saying. You get me? That's what the Bible says. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
they're gonna get
Yeah.
burned
But it talks about the careless ones. You know what I'm saying? It differentiates them. But what I'm saying is, with Marcus Garvey set the thing, said look to the east. Then the Rasta man, I study the Bible hard, you know, fam. Yeah. Right now, a lot of them had the concept of a white God. Yeah. And because of that, they recognize the white king.
But Revelations chapter 1 verse 13,
slow down.
it says that his feet was burnt like
His feet was like bronze in a furnace.
Burnt
Yeah?
in the furnace.
So bronze is brown. If you put anything brown
in the
under
furnace.
fire, it gets darker. And his hair was like wool. You understand? So
as
we know
white
this.
as wool.
Yeah.
And his eyes were as the flame as fire.
Yeah,
And his
yeah,
voice
yeah.
was like deep waters.
Yeah.
So he weren't no blue eyes,
Yeah.
brown hair,
100%.
and walking around thinking that, you know. So that picture now is of Caesar Borgia.
100%.
So Jesus is in the Greek is
100%.
Hell Zeus.
100%.
So we can't be calling him Jesus.
100%.
We can't be calling him Hell. Like I don't hail up Zeus. You know what I mean?
Bun Zeus.
So Bun Zeus, Bun Jesus,
Poseidon,
Bun Jesus,
Hades, all of them.
Bun Jesus Christ, man. Because that's not his name. Jay's
He's
only
a
500
Christos.
years.
Yes, Christos.
So Jesus
Yeah,
Christos. So like
Yeshua.
So as an understanding, we'll use Jesus right now. But his real name is Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew.
I am free
Understand?
from this.
So now when we're learning,
These guys
the brothers, it's the brothers. So now, so
Free
look,
from this thought.
when we're learning certain things now, yeah.
Alas.
So now, why are we caring, so much about an Ethiopian? That is from the tribes of Ham. Ethiopia are Hamites. From Abraham, Shem.
But the Most High told us
Yo.
many times, even the Hebrews, he said, blood, the covenant's going to be passed on.
Do you want to join hand in hand with these heathens, bro? Because when God comes to judge them, you don't want to be holding hands with them. You're gonna get hurt with them alongside them, bro. You might get a little stray bullet. You know what I mean? If you're, that's why I say you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I don't have that belief.
Yo, bro.
My belief is a little bit different to you.
Bro, you don't want to get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Don't they say that? Yeah. So that's the same thing. If you join hands with them, you're gonna get bun with them, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like me talking to you is most probably a timing thing, because it says this is a new covenant that we shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, all shall know the Most High, all knees shall bow. But the Israelites are chosen, fam. You have to understand, we don't go around pillaging people and killing off people. We defend our own until they try and step on our toes, and we defend ourselves. That is what David had to do. You know what I mean? David had to burn down Goliath.
Isn't pretty much had to do the same thing with Italy? And when they defeated the Italians, Mussolini, Selassie could have killed all of them. But what did he do? He sent him back to his country. And what happened when he went back to his country? His own people hung him.
So there was a eunuch.
They hung him.
There was a eunuch that was sent with with Sheba. You understand? And that eunuch of Ethiopia, what he was called a Levite.
That is when the teachers may have first gone back to Ethiopia.
There was eunuchs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and them eunuchs, they went, like you just said, first time, that was in Philip, with Philip and that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, so them eunuchs, they went with Ethiopia, but they had to come back to Israel all the time. Because that's what you got to do to keep the Passover. To keep the Passover.
Because remember, you got Falasha Jews, you know.
So look, when they're going back to Ethiopia,
Jews.
they can't go to Ethiopia with knowledge. They went from Israel to Ethiopia and brought knowledge to Ethiopia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I
So that's where the oldest. That's one of the theories of how the oldest Bible might be there. That's how they might have first got the text. And then obviously, what did I just say a minute ago? I said something, man. I said something. But yeah, it's like, man overstands what man's saying. You know what I'm saying?
So now, Ethiopia now, they've got their thing going on. We've got our thing going on. We was the Roman persecution with General Rasputin, you understand? They took us out of Israel, the siege. I know they heard a lot about the siege when we had to eat each other and we had to eat our children. And they encamped around about us, and the Romans weren't moving until they got inside that mountain where we was held up in a fort. And I can't remember what empire this is, man. But yeah, the day they got us though, Ras, they made us. They killed us off for staying. So the ones that stayed, they died, right? And the ones that went into the West Africa, like obviously Egypt first, and then from Egypt they went into West Africa. You understand? When we was on that journey, that traveling journey, it's like we had from Babylon to Timbuktu. So from Babylon, they had the Timbuktu Empire, when Manson Musa Mali and them man there, the richest black man to ruin the richest man in the world, Manson Musa Mali. But he was Muslim, but he was an Israelite. You understand? So now we're seeing that now. We've been through many different.
And he didn't start out Muslim, he went on his Hajj and came back with the thing. You get me? And even them man's thing is different from a lot of them man's things in the Middle East, in the sense that.
But look, what it is now, when you're seeing that we went through many different, many different sieges and many different
comments only.
We went through many different sieges and slavery and captivities. The Arabian captivity, Persian captivity, Egyptian captivity, Chinese, the China Wall, Moabite captivity. Remember, the Chinese wrote in Hebrew, we have defeated God, Yahweh. For we have defeated Yahweh. They didn't say they defeated the Israelites. They said they defeated Yahweh, our God. Because remember, that's how they'll define a person. It's like if you defeat the Greeks, you say, oh, we defeated Zeus. Because that is who they pray to. They don't ever mention the person. They always mention the God that they defeated. You understand? So now they're seeing that, yo, all these different people that we've put us in captivity. When is it our turn to put them in captivity?
No, we don't need to do no captivity.
But we're gonna have to, because that's what the Bible says, though.
Bro.
The Bible says that in Numbers, Yeah, I think it's 30.
Trust me, that's a mad interpretation.
But look.
Trust me, we don't. You see what Yahshua showed us. Yeah, he said, "Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you."
H.I.M says,
Yeah.
don't think that I come to bring peace on the earth.
Yeah.
I come to bring a sword
and split a father
to
from a son.
divide people.
100%.
Fam. He's gonna
Righteous
come
from
back
the
and
unrighteous.
separate the sheep from the goats. So who
100%.
is righteous, fam?
Yeah. The people that are dealing, the people that do
The,
other people.
the 12
how they-
tribes of Israel.
No, righteousness isn't, fam. Righteousness isn't something that's
please.
inherent.
But please,
Yeah?
it's
What I'm saying
inherited
is-
because Abraham was given a promise.
No.
So
What
you
I'm
don't
saying-
believe in Abraham
No,
giving
it's not
it
that,
in the
fam.
promise.
It's not about Abraham.
It
never
was
getting a
inherited
promise.
to us,
No,
though.
but what I'm saying is
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob
what
and the
I'm saying
12 tribes
is,
of Israel.
We inherited, and what did we do every time? We became unrighteous. So what I'm saying is, if there was other people in other places that actually followed the law and stayed righteous, fam, they was better than us.
If you don't hear, you shall fear.
Bro, especially 1 minute.
He
One
only
minute, bro,
made
1 minute,
us here.
1 minute, bro.
He only gave
1
Moses
minute, bro.
the laws to
1
listen
minute.
to.
Slow down, bro.
And
Slow
Moses
down.
gave him to
Slow
Israel,
down.
not to Egyptians.
Because this is why Yahshua came in Yahweh came in certain prophecies, yeah? Because certain parables, should I say.
Parables,
The
yeah.
parable of the Good Samaritan shows us, yeah, a deep message, yeah? And I feel like a lot of us that read the Bible don't really get what this message is saying.
So now
bro, can I
Jesus
just get a
says,
minute?
Jesus, so-called Jesus Christ, he said, yeah, these 2 commandments keep. Love God and love your neighbor.
Yeah.
Love your brother, right?
Yeah.
So look, how do you love God?
The only way to love God is to show love to the creation that He made.
Only way to love God is to keep his commandments, bruv. If you don't hear your Father, our Father which art in heaven, right? If your Father tells you to take off your shoes, so your Father says to take off your shoes,
We forgive those who
this was against us, and lead
You hear
us
that?
not into
You hear that? You hear
temptation,
that?
but
You hear
deliver
that?
us from evil. For thine is the kingdom,
power,
For
and
what
the
is the
glory.
so what is the
Forever and
kingdom?
ever.
The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18.
Yeah, but bro,
The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever.
Yeah, but fam,
So
see
now,
in the Bible,
so
there's
what
certain
does
things that
take?
are allegorical.
What does take mean?
No, but listen.
Yo, if I say the saints are gonna take something,
This is what-
that
this-
means it's gonna be
Bro.
forceful. It's a doing word. It's not an adjective. It's a doing word. It means take it. The saints of the Most High are the Israelites. That is done. The 144,000 are the 12 tribes of Israel. That is done. On the gates of
144,000 is careless Ethiopians.
the 144. Oh, you're gonna make me read it at the Bible. Read it.
I've got qualifications, but I've got 0
Trust me.
GCSEs. Yeah, that's the truth. Well, you want me to give you my CV? Something different.
And this is Revelations, chapter 7.
Jedi is flat. I don't know. Does that matter?
Revelation chapter 7 and in verses 4. And I heard the number. And I heard the number of them which were sealed.
To understand,
So this is the seal, like he starts to talk about Selassie, the seal and all that.
Back up the scenes.
Yeah. So listen to about what an Ethiopian can't do this. This is why an Ethiopian can't, because the seal
how
is
can
not for
priests-
Ethiopia.
Bro, how can
I'm
princes
reading the
ride
Bible.
out- How can
No,
princes
let me-
ride out of Egypt though? How do you
I heard the
explain
number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000, all of the tribes of the children of Israel. Thus saith the Bible. Okay? If you got a number, if you got a verse,
I'm getting it now.
I can get a verse.
I'm getting it now.
So
I know that.
so yeah.
Bible.
So look,
Bible.
bro, we hit good topics. We should come back and we should retake this as a good, like, it was a good 15, 30 minutes
warm up.
of a little warm up.
Subject to debate.
Well, right now we're
He
really.
said we should debate this. What is that this?
Well, right now I feel
Not
like
debate, but
I feel like-
continue. It's a nice,
Come on,
calm
come
talk.
on.
Yeah, it's a nice calm talk.
I'm
This is learning, you know.
I'm learning.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I'm learning. Trust me. My man's deep on his thing.
Don't worry, you're nice, man. Why? What's wrong with it?
We got my nigga Raf, you know.
Okay.
You know them times when your guy.
You take the credit. No, hold on, Rob, you take the credit.
You know that? Big up this. Cause you know them times when your guy. You know when your guy to draw a gal and
and you got your food, you got a little piece of food.
You got a little dribble on the bed,
and your
like,
bed don't tell you.
like that. All that time. Nah, what you gonna say about me?
No.
You're my brethren, but I didn't know that was a big thing.
Come on, Rasta man, come on.
Yeah, man, we don't care about little
come on,
etiquette
come on,
things
come on,
like
come
that.
on, come on,
But
come on.
I tell.
Come on.
But yeah,
It's about
but
we
I'm
did
not a
more than
Rasta.
outside.
Big man thing. A lot
you're
of
Hebrew.
people,
You're
a lot of
Hebrew
people come
Israelite.
up to me and be like, yo, dread Rasta.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, nah, Israelite. It's a difference. Because Rasta is dealing with Ethiopia. And that Ethiopian doctrine, I hear where you're coming with it, bro, but it's done. It's not helping. Because even Selassie, not Selassie I, Selassie the first, that's his name. I don't know why they have to put an I at the end of it. But Selassie the first.
Is his Imperial Majesty.
His name is
Haile Selassie the
No,
first,
no.
King of Kings, Lord of Lords.
Selassie the first, yeah. Not Selassie I.
Elect of
His
God,
name is.
Earth's rightful
You know he will come
ruler.
to you and be like, why you trying to remix my name? Even in the national anthem.
you know how the Rastafari
Even in national
right?
anthem, Jamaicans they say Jamaica, boom. Like there's no boom in the anthem,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they love to add a little
Yeah,
extra.
cause we got
You know what I
swag
mean?
like that. We got a sauce.
So don't swag up an Ethiopian man's name. He don't care about you, bro.
No,
He came to Jamaica and he said, why are you not even
Fam, you
caring
didn't
about
say
me?
that, fam.
What's
That's
with all this?
propaganda. Fam, that's propaganda.
He
black.
didn't come and like
So,
anyone.
bro.
Because look,
1 minute.
why was we put in slavery?
Bro,
if he's the king of,
1 minute, bro.
if he's the biggest king above
1
the
minute.
queen, and the queen has to bow to
Brother,
him,
brother,
why
brother,
can't he tell
brother,
the queen, no,
brother,
why are you doing that to my people?
Brother, can we slow down, please?
No, answer that
All right,
question.
can
That's
I
what
answer? Are you gonna let me answer it? Or are you gonna cut
I think
me
this
halfway
is. I
through?
think you should.
Huh?
You should think about it.
No.
hard.
I
And
can
you
answer
bring
it.
this next
No,
time.
I'm saying you're gonna cut me though. Can I answer it without you cutting me? That's what
I
I'm
think you should
asking.
think about this.
No,
one.
I don't need to think about it. I can answer
Why
you right now.
did? So listen to the question.
Yeah, alright,
why
go
did Selassie come to Jamaica and say, I don't really know why you're caring about me so much? He said, I'm an Ethiopian. You lot are Israelites. We're different nations.
Can you show me proof?
Why are you praying?
Can you
for
show
that?
me proof of this?
Why did he not say, yo, all you Israelites, all you Jamaicans, because you worship or you honor me as a majesty, why don't you all come and live in Ethiopia now? Why did Selassie not do that for the Jamaicans?
answer?
He kept them in slavery.
can I
He kept
answer?
them in Jamaica
Can I
to
answer?
JLP versus PMP
Can I answer?
to fight one
Are
another.
you gonna let me answer? Yeah, the spill you just pushed is one of the most dangerous propagandas that have been created against Rastafari. When His Imperial Majesty came to Jamaica, it was one of the biggest days in Jamaica, and he came to see the free people of the order of Rastafari. So he gave 3 rings out. 1 ring to the 12 tribes, yeah, and they do with the Israelite philosophy. 1 minute, bro, please. Oh, you're on it. I thought it was coming. One minute.
You can't give the ring to all the 12 tribes. There's different people, right?
Well, listen, 1 ring to Baba Shanti, Upper Baba Hill, and 1 ring to the Nyabingi man.
Nyabingi.
Yeah. So, and then he went back to his country and he put Shashamani, yeah, as a land, and he said to all of the people of the Caribbean, not just Rastas, that they can come and settle in this land in Ethiopia.
Oh, they did say that?
And,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
and there's
okay,
Rastas there in Shashamani right now.
Go on.
Rasta man, you get me?
All right, big up my man for that little niceness he tried to do.
And then when we're talking about
But in
England,
Ethiopia-
when we talk about slavery, he was the main advocate against slavery. Not only
You know Ethiopia don't like him, you know that.
1 minute, bro.
Ethiopia don't like
brother,
Selassie,
can I-
you know
remember
that,
you said you're gonna let me finish.
Remember they have minimum
Remember, word
wages.
is bond. Word is bond.
Remember they have minimum wages like 1p minimum wage.
Word is bond.
They
Let
have
me
got
finish.
1p minimum wages out there though, you know that, innit?
Brother, can I finish?
They don't like Ethiopia though.
Brother, can I finish?
I mean, I think you said
Yeah.
it.
All right, cool. So then, differently.
Come and he gave 3 rings, and he said you can live in.
Brother, please, yeah. He come and established the order of Rastafari when he came to Jamaica. And out of that order that he established, fam, we see something called Rastafari now international. They didn't use no sword, no gun to spread the thing. Man used righteousness. We see reggae music, yeah, as for the whole world, no matter who they are. No matter who they are. Not even just one love, equal rights and justice, you know. Because this one love philosophy is not really a Rastafari philosophy that comes first. One love comes after equal rights and justice. And until we get equal rights and justice, there'll be no one love in the world. You understand? But they like to hijack the one love thing and kind of leave the equal right. They have to big up Bob Marley. We big up Bob Marley because he spread the message. But they big up Bob Marley and they forget about His Imperial Majesty. And not even His Imperial Majesty, but the teachings. Because the teachings, he's one of the first ones to set up the Organisation of African Unity, which is an organisation which linked up with Kwame Nkrumah and all of these men who ended colonialism in Africa. He was a forerunner of that. He was also the one that came in the League of Nations, and he told all of them white men in the League of Nations that until all Africans are free, we we Africans will fight, and we are confident that we will win because we're confident in the victory of good over evil.
So now,
Yeah, 1 minute.
Leo Scipio's Africanus.
Bro, slow down, please.
Bro,
let me
just finish.
No, I wasn't
because
finished.
you're mentioning about.
I wasn't finishing.
I mentioned a couple things.
Bro,
I heard you talk about something different.
Brother, I wasn't finished, yeah? What I'm saying is, when he came and addressed, which is one of the reasons why I man trod Rastafari is this speech here, everywhere is war. He said, until the colour of a man's skin is no more significant than the colour of his eyes, everywhere is war, yeah? And he said that until all Africans are free, we Africans shall fight, because we are confident that we will win, because we are confident in the victory of good over evil. Yeah, that was the legacy that His Imperial Majesty.
As a king, he's a dumb king, you know.
Yeah, that's your belief.
Because for you to call yourself African, that's a white man. Leo Scipius Africanus is the same colonizer. So if you're this is facts. This is facts. So please, no, I didn't cut you. No. So please don't cut me.
No, because I
show me the same respect.
I misquoted, bro. I misquoted. Because when I say we Africans shall fight, I remember this was translated to English, so he might not use the word Africa to describe the nation. You understand? That's all I'm saying.
So listen now. So now it says Africans fighting. You just said it already. We can't fight anything. We do it. We spread our things with peace and love. If they do their things with unrighteousness, we do our things to defeat unrighteousness with righteousness.
100%.
So now
we never stoop to their level ever. That's how we win the spiritual war. Because the spiritual war is the one that is in the afterlife. Because Yahshua said everyone's gonna reap what they sow.
So look,
everyone's gonna reap what they sow. You know that.
Everyone says that, bro. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
100%.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Revelations chapter 9, verse 14. So now, bro. Yeah, Revelations 9:14. So now, bro, when we're looking at this Selassie, if he said Africa, I'm gonna say, yo, to be a colonizer and say that African, and if he's using it in a way to say these lot don't know who they are, let's just use Africa as a foundation, as a platform. I can say okay, but for him to know that white man has colonized the island or the lands, and the whole Africa before was called Kush or Ethiopia, and he's gonna go around calling it Africa, going to the League of Nations. I'm probably thinking he wouldn't have used that word as a smart intellectual man, a king of.
There's a debate about the Africa word on top of that, because they say Afri and Ka and
Afreya.
It means this spirit. Afri means people, and the Ka means spirit. So there's different debates on that one. There's also debates that the Africanus guy was actually named after a place that was called Africa. So it's in Africa.
That's fact.
So there's different.
He's named after a place that was called Africa, but he was not from there. That is why he wanted to go to that place and name it after himself.
Okay.
You understand?
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Okay, I'm gonna research that once.
They do that. They even went to Egypt, and there's a place in Egypt called Alexandria.
100%.
Because Alexandria, he wants to put anything that they do, they want to put their name on it, right?
Cleopatra.
So now when they travel the world, they put their names on it. It's written in Psalms. Psalms and verse 11.
When you're talking about, obviously, you see my thing, the only thing that I don't do with the Bible is I just let the Most High judge. You get me? Like, so other people, I can't tell them. But with the righteous thing where we said other people ain't righteous just because they're not from the tribe.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that there's a parable that Yahshua says. It's the Good Samaritan parable. So I was gonna tell one minute, bro. Please. I know you're gonna cut me, please, yeah. There was a man, yeah, and he was beaten up, yeah. He was an Israelite. He was beaten up on the roadsides, yeah. And one of the biggest rabbis, he's an Israelite. He's from the right. He does all of the rituals right. Everything he does right, and he sees the guy, you get me? But he leaves the guy because he fears that the robbers are still about. And if he helps the guy, they may rob him too, yeah? And next man comes high up into the thing. Same order, yeah? And then the Samaritan comes down, and he's like a Hindu, or an atheist. He's not a Hebrew. He's not from the right way of life. He doesn't know the right things. But what does he do, bruv? He does the right thing, yeah? And because he does the right thing, Yahshua calls him righteous and the man them unrighteous. So I feel like that parable was a parable to show us a lot about righteousness and unrighteousness. I just say to the eye, contemplate that one day.
So that's like trying to say though, yeah? All of them can know our vibes. They dance like us now. They try and cook like us.
Don't you worry about them.
No, but hear what I'm trying to explain.
Don't
But
worry
you're trying
about
to,
them.
no, but no.
Don't even
But
worry
bro,
about
bro,
no one
you
else,
just
lad.
tried to save them just now. So I'm trying to say to you now.
Okay. I'm not trying to save them.
No, but you're just trying to say that.
That's
The
my
Samaritan
story.
man. But the Samaritan man,
Yeah.
it helped you and you learned something. But now I'm saying, I see them dancing like us. We had Save the Last Dance, all them thing there, and now it's got Rascal, white boy them dancing in our place, fam. And then you got the Eminems, the Justin Biebers, all of them people there, they're gonna learn our vibes and then profit off of it. And then do what now? What are we gonna have left? Understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So now I'm saying, yo, that's why they're trying to say keep your people them together, because what they will do, they will cleave onto you, fam.
No,
they
I'm not
cleave
saying
onto
everything
us.
to the nation, you know. I'm not saying that we're not
So
going
now,
to start
now
with
when
home
we
first.
see,
Don't get it twisted.
so now when we
But
see
me,
Bob
I'm
Marley,
not condemning no one
Bob
else, you know what
Marley
I'm saying?
is a white man, you know.
I hear you,
Because his father's a white man. You are from the seed of your father, if you believe in the Bible, through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? So if your father is Abraham, and then Isaac and Jacob, you're from the 12 tribes. You can't be from Ishmael and be one of the Israelites, because the Israelites didn't get the commandments.
But some man go by the mother.
That's man.
No,
The Bible,
the Kemetic philosophies went by the mother.
but that's man. That's
what I'm
man.
saying?
Or that's
I don't know,
Kemet,
fam.
or that's Kemet, that's
Fam,
Egypt.
fam,
The
fam,
Egyptians
you
are the
see me?
Somalians
You see
today.
me, fam.
So we're not
You see me?
Somalians.
You see me,
The
fam?
Somalians
I
go by
can't-
Muslims.
I
bro.
can't tell you what's right or wrong there, but I know that it's all about, for me, it's all about spirit, intention, righteousness.
Hey, yo,
you understand?
you see
That's
the people.
That's the forefront for I and I. You understand?
Are we
And
Egyptians or are we Israelites?
Well, I feel like we're built up of all of these people, blood.
Can't be no mongrel, cause a mongrel is a done
Fam, I'm
dog.
telling you, fam. I'm telling
We
you,
gotta
fam.
be a pedigree.
We've even come over here.
know what I'm trying to
fam,
explain.
most of the even
We're a
the youths-
pedigree, you know.
No, but bro,
We're a
bro,
righteous
what I-
breed, you know.
No, but bro,
We
what
don't
I'm saying-
mix up.
But bruv, but what I'm saying is, bruv, through the transatlantic slave trade, blood, there's been a lot of mix up, fam. Us with
You're
this
right
one,
about that. You're right about that.
with his white Indian
And that's
African.
not our fault,
listen,
man.
No, but what I'm saying is,
That's
that's
them raping our mothers
But what
and
I'm
stuff,
saying,
you know what
even
I mean?
before that in Africa,
We didn't
the man them in
choose that
Kemet, the
stuff.
man them in Kush, the man them in, I don't know if no one didn't mix. I don't know if we all just stayed
Bed
in one
witches-
place.
bed witches
Bro,
is
but
a-
I'm
is not
saying
a
for
right
thousands
thing,
of
though.
years, I don't know if we all just stayed in the same place, bro. We might have been doing some traveling, and this one might have met that one.
Well, bro, you can go to West Africa right now and you'll see that the Ghanas, they're not gonna go with the Nigers. The Nigers are not gonna go with the Sierra
That's not
Leones.
true. That's not true.
Bro, hear what I'm trying to bro, hear what I'm trying to explain to you, bro. They stay in their tribes.
Incorrect, fam. Wrong. Are you
As a tribe, man, yeah? Bro, I'm trying to explain to you.
man that was Lebanese woman and thing.
Yeah, but that's modern day cultures, fam. I'm trying to talk. Bro, relax. If it's hit a nail on the head, it's because you like white girls or something. What is it?
No, you said about black mixing. You just said about black mixing. You didn't say about white mixing.
Yeah,
You said
yeah.
about, you say Nigerians and Ghanaians mix.
Even
You're not talking about no thing about no white.
girl because you brought them up. I was talking about Ghana
My woman-
and Niger woman.
my woman's
and you
from
brought a
Uganda,
white
bro.
woman. You like the white
My
woman,
wife
brother.
is from
You
Uganda.
like the
Hear
white
what I'm
woman.
trying to say. Hear what I'm trying to explain. My wife is from Uganda. Hear what I'm trying to explain. Look, even in the tribes, should I say then, the Ashanti wouldn't go with the Bantu. The Bantu are not going with the
may not be
Fanta.
regular,
The
but,
Fanta are
fam,
not going
the Fula
with the
and the
Shaka
man-
Zulu.
but okay.
The Shaka Zulu are not
not
gonna
true.
go
That's-
with the
that's not
Yoruba.
true. That's
The
not
Yoruba
true.
are not gonna go with the Igbo. I'm trying to explain.
that's
This
not-
is
that's-
facts, fam.
that's not- that's
They
not-
have
that's
different
not-
tribes,
that's
fam.
not-
My dad is Igbo. No, so my mum is Igbo and my dad is Yoruba. So what is
Yeah, but that is now. That is
No,
Western
even back
culture.
in the day, fam, it might not have been. It might not have been popular, but it did happen, bro. Bruv, nations
It
have been
could have
mixing from
happened.
time,
It
fam.
could have happened,
Fam,
but-
look at Greece and Kemet, fam.
Chief men. If you can be alright, whatless guys can do it. But you see the chief men don't take wives from other nations, bro. They don't, or from other tribes. They stay within their tribe, bro.
No, I'm a nation man still. Like, man's a
but-
nation man first, but not really. I'm not tribalistic with it.
But the tribes,
I find a yard girl that's nice. You get me? But
that's to your
and next-
perspection.
and ne-
That's to your
A
perspective.
sister's a sister, you know.
That's to your perspection.
We
If
love
you wanna,
the sister them,
you love the sisters them. I love the sisters them.
We love them bad.
Yo, me like them enough. I can't even love them too hard because
Nah, we have
I
to
forget
love
to
them,
love
man.
myself, fam.
Nah, we have to love them, man.
Nah,
We
but
have
hey, what I'm
love
trying to
them, man.
explain. I love
You know
the
what,
Most High.
The way the real ones love the man them, that's the ones I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the guy that sell us out.
I love
and
the Most
guy
High
that
more
cost us.
than I love these
No,
guys.
obviously you
Because
love the
these guys
Most
can
High,
deceive us,
but-
you know.
but no.
Like Eve deceived Adam. These women
Yeah, but I don't like- I don't
promote
like that.
themselves and floss themselves
but
about.
remember we were talking about
and you can
Esther
mess
and
up-
Naomi and Ruth. So that's what man's promoting.
So them righteous
I-
gal
I-
there.
I- them
go
things
on.
them me are
So
promote
them
Rasta,
righteous
man.
gal there. Go on. But you see them righteous gal there, they need to be moving how the Bible says so they need to be moving. Like covering up their hair. Like the Ayabingi girl them. They
come on,
wear
you know the order.
their dresses
You
and
know
them
the
thing
order.
there.
You
And
know
they
we
beat the
keep the
drums.
order.
The women don't beat the drums, right?
Nah. Period, them have to go.
Yeah,
Can't
period,
sleep round
7
the man
days
them.
away. In the ministerial period. These are things that the Bible talk about. If the Bible don't talk about this, the keyboard and the gas ain't gonna help me talk about these things.
No, I'm sure there's sciences in there that Rastas
There's
pick up
nothing
like
to do with keeping the gas saying in the ministerial period, fam.
that. I don't. You know, I have to go back and study the
We're
thing.
gonna
but-
have to look at it, cuz. And we're gonna have to. We just call this one, yeah? Or did you bring up the thing with 144?
No, it's 80,000 careless Ethiopians.
Okay. Well, that's
80,000.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I like your spirit, man.
Aye.
But your spirit,
Aye.
you gotta keep the laws.
Come on,
and the
bro.
laws are spiritual.
Come on, brother.
If you don't have the laws,
Come on, brother.
we're gonna be batty boys can walk around.
Righteousness over all.
You know what I mean? Because the law says in Leviticus 20 and 13, any man that sleep with mankind as they do with womankind, both
an
of them
abomination.
has committed an abomination. They shall both be put to death. Boom, bye, batty boy. That's why they're trying
Free
to ban.
Buju. Big up Buju.
Hey, Buju dead.
Big up Buju.
Buju free now.
Big up Buju.
Hey,
Big up Buju
but
Bantan.
come to the
Big up
Israelites.
Buju Bantan.
Come to the Israelites, Buju.
Come on.
Yeah, come to the
Yeah,
Israelite
Rasta, man, you're good.
portion, yeah?
You're good.
Because Sizzler, I tell you, we are Israelites. We're not no Rastafarian.
Rastafari
Listen to
is the-
Sizzler.
Rastafari is the original
Buju,
Israelite.
listen to Sizzler.
Rastafari
Sizzler, I
is
taught
the
the thing.
original Israelite.
Sizzler, I tell you.
Bring forward the all of
Sizzler's an Israelite now. Sizzler, wake up to the truth.
Yo, big up the Rasta man them. Yeah, the reggae
Dum
music.
dum dum dum. No Baba Jade
I
style.
don't know what he's talking about.
Dum dum dum.
Big up the Rasta man because you see
Hey, big up
Rastafari,
Buju for real,
you see
okay.
Rastafari.
Go on.
Me, I look at the tree by the fruits because that's what in the Bible says. Look at a tree by its fruits. So I don't really judge Selassie by Selassie. I look at this Rastafari movement. I see the order. These man said Ital is vital. Yeah? Way before these man had their vegan thing that them I talk about. Yeah? Yeah? And Rasta man then went into the bush and went back to the original way. These man said herbs is the healing. Way before they had their medical marijuana. You understand, fam? Reggae music, the power of reggae music, yeah? All over the world, blood. It's literally the main, like, positive music.
Because you know David
So
wrote
there's a
Psalms,
vibe- come
and the
on,
Psalms are
come
like the
on,
rap music
come on,
today,
come
or
on,
the reggae
come on,
music,
it's
or
real.
the
It's real.
calypso.
That's-
Even the
that's
drum,
modern day.
the way we beat the drum, and David would dance
but
so
you know the-
hard
you know the
that
strict-
his clothes would come off his skin.
you
fam.
see the
You
strict,
see
the
David.
strict Rastas them, they ban reggae though. The strict Rastas, they ban
But
it.
you know, whatever you want to say about the music, because there's a science behind music,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, they
And they
don't
don't like the
just want a natural drum.
they
The
don't
Baba
like the
Shanti them.
worshipping of that demon of what comes out in the rhythm,
Yeah.
with the tones.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a science behind it. Why Rihanna will always go, or one season she might go or you might. Oh na 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 na!
Yeah.
Like every season, she's bringing out a different tone
Yeah,
because it lets. It's a science. But you can go to university and you can study this stuff with sounds and music
No.
and how
I'm
it
an
can.
artist, so I know the powers
and how it can
word, sound, and
influence.
power.
How it can influence
You know
the soul.
about you know about Joseph and the walls of Babel.
Ah, right.
And man, have to
And
go
the
round
trumpet
and chant with the
them. Trumpet them.
And the drum them.
And you
see
sound
the
the
walls
trumpet them.
crumble.
Crumble
And
Jericho.
not even the dog that pisseth on the wall of Babylon shall escape this judgment.
Bruh, when the walls
Yeah?
of Jericho sound.
Not
So
even
now-
the dog that pisseth upon the wall of Babylon shall escape
So
this
you see how the
judgment,
spirit
Rasta.
of the Bible
Yeah,
can make
wicked man, it'll come for you.
how it makes us love and laugh and as Israelites,
yeah.
when we learn our history, we know where we're going because it's not even his story, it's our story.
our story.
It should be called, the Bible should be called our story.
yeah.
Because it's not talking about the
No, it's not-
Edomites,
yeah, it's
it's
not
not
a
talking
one-man
about
thing, it's not a man thing.
the Elam, it's not talking about Egyptian, it's not talking about Ethiopian, it's only talking about the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So now I'm going to keep saying it. Where did we go into this Ethiopian
Because you
doctrine?
got the
'Cause
oldest Bible, bro. Remember?
We are the people
Fam,
that was
no,
brought
but
into
you
the
haven't
West
read the oldest
Africas,
Bible.
bro.
You got the King James. You have to go and study the
But
oldest
I
one.
can read Hebrew, cuz.
But what I'm saying is the
I've
oldest,
read
the
Hebrew
oldest
Bibles,
illustrated Bible is 800
Bro.
years older than the King James version.
I can read you
and it's
Hebrew,
got more
yeah?
books. So it was Europeans that took out these books.
Shia
So when you take out these books, you don't understand Rasta again.
But I can speak Hebrew.
I'm saying the
but you
oldest
can't
Bible
understand
is in
that.
Ethiopia,
You can
bro.
read that, but we have to learn it, bro. That's why we got to do that. That's why today we're saying, yo,
The Bible's in Greek, yeah? No, what? one, the oldest one.
But Greek
Bruv,
is a...
no, bruv, let me show you, bruv. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you, bruv. Let me get out of the deal. But man, know my thing, you know, fam. When I say Rasta,
oldest
I know
Bible
I'm treading Rasta,
is
you
in
know.
Paleo Hebrew. That Bible was done away with. So Ezra's had to rewrite scripture. That's why there's second Ezra's, first Ezra's, third Ezra's, fourth Ezra's. Ezra had to rewrite it, and then that's why they had the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha is called the missing books in the Greek, in the Latin. It means a secret Apocrypha, right? If you say Apocrypha in a Greek word, it would mean hidden or secret. So now when we're learning these things, what was in the Apocrypha? The same stories where it says these heathens are like a drop of a vessel that falleth from a bucket. They are like spit. These people are spit, fam. You understand?
Yeah.
Just say if the Bible, just say if, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Look on this. Look on this. Look on this, man.
Real Jew. There's a real Jew there.
A Jewish, a real Jewish.
You know, Jewish.
A real Jewish.
Jewish.
You're not Israel. You're Israelite. It's not the real thing. It's light. It's Israelite. You know what I mean?
No, you're Israeli. You're Israelite. You're an Israelite. Israelite. Yo, Judah mourneth at the gates of languish. They are black unto the ground. For the cry of Jerusalem has gone up. Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulations.
No, you man, stop, man.
Yo.
Nah, we're going to leave it on a good note.
Yeah, we'll leave it on a good note. The Ashkenazis are trying to come in. Forget them.
Yo, I'm going to read this, yeah?
Read it out.
Yo, I'm going to read this. Yeah?
Guys, what's the debate? What's being discussed?
No, wait, let's read it out. And then listen, and you'll hear it.
Yo, the world's first illustrated Christian Bible discovered at Ethiopian monastery. The world's earliest illustrated Christian book has been...
But Ras, who's saying that though? But who's saying that?
Who wrote this?
Yeah, who wrote that?
All for Christian.
No, where's this?
They were written on goatskin in the early Ethiopian language.
Where did you get this? This is on the allforchristian.com.
Yeah.
No, we don't. That's why I'm asking. I thought it was about Israel and Palestine.
So you know who the Christians are, right?
Let me show you a picture.
You know in Acts, it says Barnabas and Simeon were called Christians in Antioch.
Look on the paper. Look on the paper.
Yeah, that's good pictures and stuff, bro. Hear what I'm trying to explain.
This is how we know. This is how.
Hear what I'm trying to explain.
But this is where we don't have to debate with them, man. Again, there's no debate. Man, don't have to read no verse.
Yeah.
Man, don't have to read no verse.
done with
man,
them.
show man the oldest Bible.
I'm done with the Gentiles. Go not unto the Gentiles, but rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I'm done talking to Gentiles. You think I come to Speaker's Corner to find Gentiles and talk to Samaritans? I come and find my people that want to learn. We're brothers out here, all come here, and we all want to learn more spiritually. You understand? Otherwise, why would we come here every week to keep finding out what's right and what is wrong? We know what's right and what's wrong. The Bible told us. Pork is wrong. Cutting your beards is wrong. Defiling the body is wrong. So, yeah, man. What, do you want to read more laws?
Ethiopian Amarat 81 Orthodox Bible. Yeah, so you can get it online. It's got 81 books in it. So it's got the most books.
Like I said, but I got a Cephas, and the Cephas has a lot of books as well.
No, but this is the oldest full compilation. 800 years
Written
older
in
than
English.
King James Version.
Written in English.
No, originally in Greece and Amharic.
Okay, and you
But then it's been translated.
You can speak them things, innit?
No, I'm learning. You understand? I'm translating. You get me?
Well, that's good.
Xibia.
Well, now
You get me?
you're learning a language that is not the eldest language.
Amharic, and obviously Amharic's connected to Arabic. And the thing about this party, there's so many Muslims here.
I've learned Hebrew.
Man's learned bare Arabic.
I've learned Hebrew. Wouldn't you want to learn what it was written in by Moses?
No, I want to learn Hebrew.
Yeah, so that'll be the better one to kind of know first, and then you can do your history and then say, no, now I know that the root
No,
one.
it's because there's not really people talking Hebrew like that. So it's going to be a bit different than Amharic, where people talk the
I've
language.
got a Bible written in Hebrew, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
but that's just learning to read.
No.
How to say the words.
Hear what I'm saying though. I can read and write the alphabet, and then after the alphabet, we can get into the proverbs and the pronouns
No, but how do you get
and
the
the
sound?
adjectives.
How'd you get this?
Where did we get the sounds from?
Yeah.
Oh, they're there. Ba, ga, da, za, ka, ya, how. I know the sounds, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something that we've had to come to because it says in Zephaniah chapter 3 and verses 10. Zephaniah 3 and 10. It says, "For then I will turn to my people a pure language." So this pure language is gonna not. It doesn't mean a new language. It means the pure. And what is the pure one? It means the first, like you said, the ital, the syrup, not diluted with water. That is what's pure, right? So the Hebrew, what Adam, Noah, Shem, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, 12 tribes. Moses came from Levi, one of the 12 tribes. We spoke Hebrew. We spoke what Abraham spoke. We spoke what Noah spoke. We spoke how Shem spoke. Because Noah learned, not through Shem wrote, because they was the righteous seed line, right? So we learned from a righteous seed line.
But remember, Ethiopia is a righteous seed line. Because princes shall come out of there,
Look,
kings.
look.
Does the Bible say that? Does the Bible say kings shall rise out of Ethiopia?
Kings have to
Where was Enoch from?
rise.
The first man to walk with God.
Kings
from Ethiopia.
have to rise through the
Enoch
bloodlines.
was from Ethiopia.
Kings have the
What
line.
happened to Enoch's bloodline, fam? What happened to Enoch's bloodline? If Enoch was an Ethiopian and the seventh descendant of Adam,
So look,
what happened to his bloodline?
Enoch
Yeah.
had Noah, right? Enoch's grandson was Noah. So Enoch's still here among everybody
I'm saying
because
that was the
everyone comes through
Ethiopian.
Noah. Abraham.
But Enoch was an Ethiopian.
You know what I mean?
He was an Ethiopian though, bro.
Everyone's coming
But
from
he's an
Enoch.
Ethiopian.
Everyone's an Enoch.
But he's an
Enochite.
Ethiopian. Enoch is an Ethiopian and the first man to walk with God before Elijah, which was the second one who went up in the chariot of fire.
Yo.
And Elijah was a bad man. Let's leave it on a good one.
Let's leave it on a good one.
Elijah was a bad man. Because Elijah was, out of all of the prophets, he was the
And a bad
He
man,
was a
if you
driller.
don't know, in the Jamaican ways,
It
we
means-
can say good. It's a good man. Elijah's a good man.
So obviously, when the wicked man came to Elijah, obviously he's on the top of a mountain now. You get me? Birds are bringing him food and that. You get me?
And what did Elijah do?
Yeah, huh?
He made it rain fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get to it. Guys, a story. You get me?
Alright.
So obviously he's there now. The wicked man comes with their 50,000. You know what I'm saying? The one beef him. You get me? It's like if your God's real, you get me? It's like is your God on the toilet? Like he had jokes, you know, like
Yeah,
that.
he bust man
He's like your God on the toilet. What's he doing? Sleeping. So if your God's real, make something happen to me. But if my God's real, fire's gonna rain from the sky.
No
blood.
weapon
You get
formed
me?
against us shall
Blood,
prosper.
and fire
Isaiah
just rained from the sky and it left one of
54
them to
verse
go back
17.
and tell the people them and come back.
Yeah,
and he went
man.
up in a chariot of fire because they said he kept a high like righteousness, high piety, like he was close to the Most High.
Real Ethiopia, that was like some metaphor for.
I'm metaphorical with the Bible. You know my thing already.
Dimensional thing.
Bro,
My thing is
there
metaphorical
was fire and brimstone in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah,
You go to Sodom today, there's ashes everywhere on the floor. It got burned up, fam. Yeah,
I
seriously.
can't lie. I want to believe that one.
Yo, but you gotta travel
I
the
wanna
world,
believe
you
that
know.
one.
That's why they like to say, have you ever been to Africa? Have you ever been to Egypt?
Yeah,
Have you ever been to
Egypt.
Sodom and Gomorrah?
I don't
to
think
Egypt.
Have you ever been to Sodom and Gomorrah?
But yeah, we leave it on that though.
Oh no, it is, bro. There's ashes.
I
There's
think we're
ashes.
in modern day Sodom.
There's ashes around there.
I think
It's
America's Gomorrah
confirmed.
as well.
It's around. It's around there, fam.
It's salt. No, it's not ashes. It's salt. There's a high content of salt. Of salt. Yeah, so you get it right. Go back and refute yourself.
Lot's wife got turned into a pillar of.
Salt.
Oh, done talking.
Come take over everything from your Melanin.
Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. Listen.
What is this thing? What and this thing? Right, tell me when you start in it.